Boom, 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 boom. Are you ready for part 2? D-Man, in my opinion, football.com, part 2 of SEC Talk College Football. Boom, 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 boom. But I believe that in the next 3 years, I think the first, like you said, I think this year and even next year, I don't think he picked up a quarterback yet. I don't think he's been able to recruit a quarterback. He's going to need to do that. I think that not this year. I think next year you're going to start seeing the players come around. But I think that third year, you're going to see a different Volunteer. I think what you're going to see is you're going to see the USC from the South, because I think that's what those young kids are going to want to play for Lane Kiffin and his dad. They're going to want to play there.
Yeah. Well, I don't think any SEC program can ever dominate the way that USC does.
No, because you guys are too good.
Because exactly.
You guys are too good. Let's talk about let's just talk about that right now. Since you brought that up, let's bring up bragging rights in the SEC. Why? Why? What's going on down there that no one else can compete?
No, I mean, that's like a softball question. I mean, you just look at the preseason top 20, you got four SEC teams in the top 10. No other conference has more than 2.
No.
You got 10 SEC teams, all of them except for Mississippi State and Vanderbilt are in the top 40. I mean, nobody can compete top to bottom with the SEC right now. Anyway.
But here's the thing. Because I did a little homework, and this is frightening. This is frightening, folks. Listen up to this. In 89 games, the SEC they average over 75,000 fans per game.
Yeah.
The average over 70 going to their games.
Yeah, they lead the nation there, and they do every year. And again, that's top to bottom, because if you look at the highest attendance, I think 1, 2, and 3 is all Big Ten, or Tennessee might be up there. I know number 1 is Michigan, and Penn State and Ohio State are all up there, and then Tennessee's up there too. Tennessee might be 2, but anyway, 3 of the top 4 are Big Ten. Yet the SEC leads overall conferences. So that shows you, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Those are all SEC schools.
I mean, you take your football down south very serious.
Yeah.
Very serious.
We talk a lot about that on my site, SEC Sports Fan, because that's the basis of. That's where everything starts, with the fans. The attendance, the money. I mean, you hate to admit it, but money's a big part of the sport. And money is what brings everything else. I mean, that's what builds the stadium. It gets the recruiting programs. It gets the practice field. It gets, all that stuff. And that comes from the fans,
Right.
So it's it's like a cycle. What came first? Did the wins come first, or the money, or the fans? I don't know. I don't know what came first, but right now the SEC's got it all.
Well, let me bring it back to the players, because I'm going to tell you something. There's a difference. It's almost like, and this is what I say. I say the SEC is the minor leagues to the NFL. Because if you want to play in the NFL, you go to the SEC or you go to USC.
Yeah.
Or you go to Florida. You got to throw Florida in there. But I just think the SEC is just too strong. It is way, 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 way out the box.
Yeah.
Speed, size, talent. In every position, you can match up anybody on the SEC, and they could probably go to the University of Oregon and start, and they're second string on the SEC team. What do you think?
Yeah. Well, hey, you're talking my language, so I have nothing to argue about. I know some Big Ten fans would argue. I know NFL-wise, they put out almost as many as the SEC, so they're real close as far as NFL talent. But when you look at wins and losses on the field, look at BCS championships. The SEC's got 3 straight, 4 out of 6.
And who do they beat?
Yeah, Ohio State.